Hello everyone, I am Dr. Swati Verma Sood, your facilitator for today. And today we are going to speak about personality development. We'll learn about this and we are actually connecting it with various organizational behaviors, something what we require as, as a part of an organization, as a part of your profession. We will work on that. We'll understand that what is your own personality and how you can set goals for yourself and gradually improve yourself and take yourself to in a in a growth ladder or where you want to grow as in ladder within the organization and as a person, right? As a person in your life. So let's start with the session. It's going to be very exciting. I request every one of you to participate in the session and learn more and more about it, because once you know about yourself, that is called as your self awareness, from where the journey starts. So first thing is that there should be a self awareness. So we will work on this part and then we will talk about that how you can after getting the awareness, how you can develop yourself. Okay, so let's start this exciting journey, and I assure you, you are going to love this. You're going to enjoy this session with me. I really request every one of you to follow few rules in the session, and I request all of you to be more interactive. First of all, please switch off your mobiles, or you can keep it on silent. I'm okay, you can keep it on, but you can keep it on silent so that there will be less distraction during the session. You all can use your audios, you all can use your chat box also. And whenever there if I ask any question, I will definitely mention that where you have to reply. So if I say that please reply in the chat box, you can use the chat box. And if I say that you can switch on your audio and you can speak to me, you can switch on your audios at that time. If you have any questions, there is a raise hand option in participants. You can just click on raise hand, and then I will address your question. So very simple rules we are having, and let's start the session. So we are starting with one of the very exciting activity, and I really love this activity, which is draw a pic. What I have already informed you that you have to carry a notepad and a pen or a pencil. Okay, so it is going to be a fun personality assessment, and I'm sure you all will enjoy this. So what exactly you have to do? So, in a pig analysis, we say it's a personality assessment. Where what you have to do is you have to just use your notepad or the paper which you have, and on the sheet of that paper, I would like all of you to draw a pig. Okay, you can make it as detailed you like. Okay, so I'm going to give you some 5 minutes to draw the pig. Okay, you can make a detail as you want, and then I'm going to help you to do some analysis to see what your drawing tells us about you. Okay, so I request every one of you to start drawing the pig. Okay, everyone, time up. So let me share a big analysis with all of you, and let's see that how accurate it is, or how accurately it is matching your personality. Okay, so I want everyone to just look at your paper, and I'm going to speak about the analysis one by one. So, if the pig is drawn towards the top of the paper, I request everyone, those who have drawn it on the top of the paper, to write yes in the chat box, and then I will tell you your, analysis on the basis of it. Okay, so I can see almost 10 people have drawn it on the top of the paper. So you have, as per the sheet I'm having, you have a tendency to be positive and optimistic. Okay, okay. Let's see that how many of you have drawn the pic towards the middle of the paper. So, all right, that's all about the analysis. And how many of you feel that it is somewhere accurate or somewhere matching to your personality? Okay, I'm seeing that lots of people are saying yes, it is matching somewhere. But yes, let me just inform you this is not a scientific instrument. So, so maybe something is truthful, something is matching, and probably something is accidental also. But yes, it is. I loved interacting with all of you to start this session, and now I know many of you personally also, and I'm sure when we proceed further in the session, we all are interacting with each other in a more better way, and we start knowing each other, right? All right. So thank you so much for participation. Let's move on and understand that what is the objective of today's program. So by the end of this session, we will be able to explain the factors that determine an individual's personality. So you will know a little bit about the personality. We will also do a MBTI personality framework. So first part, we will understand that what all different individual personalities are. We will assess for ourselves by using MBTI personality framework. We'll understand that and assess ourselves. Then we identify some key traits in the Big Five personality model. We explain the impact of job topology on personality or job performance and relationship, and how to measure personality. Okay. So this is what is our objective for today. Let's move on, and I want all of you to try this. It's very simple. A simple question I am having from all of you, and I requested every one of you to carry one pencil. I'm sure you all are carrying that. So, can you break a pencil with your index finger? So, this is my question. If you have a pencil, you can just hold it and try it. So, I am having one, and so you can hold it and you can try it. That can you break your pencil? And if you can, then can you break a pencil with your index finger? So which is the index finger? This one is the index finger, the first finger. So I am sure we all know. So can you break the pencil just by using your index finger? Okay, I'm ready to take your replies, and I have my own reply, but I want to listen a reply from you people. Okay, so yes, I can see few raised hand. So I'll give a chance to all of you one by one. So thank you so much for all the experiments you all have done. And I'm sure we have learned a lot from this, because there are many stories we have spoken about. But in this theory is saying that just by using your one finger, it is really difficult. We always need a support from somewhere. We have five fingers of different size. Every finger is located at some place, and every finger is playing some role over here, right? Your entire fist is playing a role to hold something or to break something, right? So basically, everyone has their own style. All of you have shown me different styles of doing it. Though you are using an index finger also, but then you have a different way of breaking it. Maybe some people are keeping it this way and putting a pressure from the thumb, and different ways. So this shows that even if you want to become a champion in something, what is something which is required is that a belief in yourself. Okay, that determination to do that, and a belief at that time when nobody else is willing to do that. Okay, so this activity is a very simple activity which is talking about various personalities. Out of 30 people, I can see that there are a few, like, 6 7 people only showed me or spoken to me and written the results. So though I can also read some inputs in the chat box. Thank you so much for doing that. But yes, this is going to tell us that, how interactive I am, and what is, this is also giving me some gist about myself. This is actually little self-awareness, I can say, right? Okay, we'll speak about it a little more in the later slides. So first of all, let's understand personality. What personality is. So when we talk about personality, we does not mean that how charming that person is, or how he look like, or whether he is smiling all the time or not, or whether he has won any awards or rewards, or is he always the happiest and the friendliest person on the earth. No, we are not checking personality on the basis of all this. When a psychologist talk about the personality, they mean a dynamic concept describing the growth and development of person's whole psychological system. It means it is not what you are externally. It is not about how you dress up yourself, how other people perceive you just by looking at you. It's not about that. When a psychologist talk about a personality, it is all about your entire self, your inside out, you know so your thought process, how you behave, how you talk, how you what is your attitude in different situations, aggregation of everything. So rather than looking at just one part of a person, personality is a aggregation of whole, whole, how you behave, how you carry yourself in different situations, what is your energy levels in different situations, what are your temperaments in different situations, right? It is not one thing. It is not how you are showing yourself externally. Okay, so personality development is relatively enduring pattern of the thoughts, feelings, behaviors that distinguish individuals from each other. Personality development includes many things, that is, cleanliness of the body, our behavior in multiple situations, maturity of our mind, all comes in personality development. It's not a one thing. It's not what you are showing off to the people externally. Everything comes under this. So let's know little more detail about it. Let's first know what is personality. So personality is the sum total of ways in which an individual reacts and interacts with others. So that is what I was trying to explain you. Okay. Now, personality determinants. Personality determinants uh, means that, what are various causes which actually make you like that, which actually make me like that, or everyone like that. So there are some causes in our life which make us like that. Okay, which we can say which frame our personality. So there are three things which cause that. First is heredity, number two is environment, and number three is situation. Okay, now let's understand how heredity, environment, and situation actually develops our personality. Heredity. Heredity refers to the factors that are determined at conception. It means your physical structure, your facial attractiveness, your gender, different temperaments, energy levels. All these are coming from your heredity, from our parents. Okay, so heredity is something which is more of a genetic, we can say. So some personality we get from our parents. Number two is environment. Environment is like after taking birth, where I brought up. What are the peoples who are living around me? What is my surrounding? How, like, which kind of a school I have, studied in. Okay. So all these, my family, my friends, my social groups, everything, matters and exerts some pressure on our personality and develops our personality or shape our personality in that way. The third thing is situation. We always say, you must have heard many people saying that situation is the biggest learning. Situation gives us the biggest learning basically. So situation, which is the third one, which influences, which affect our personality in different ways, because in every situation there people react differently, people act differently. It's not always react, so we act differently. So if I am someone and if I fell into some situation, maybe my way of handling the situation is very different from your way of handling the situation. Okay, sometimes I am sometimes a person is not ready for some situation but it arises, and at that time how he handle that situation, how he manage everything, is actually his personality. It is actually develops his personality. He discovers so many things about himself or herself, so the person discovers themselves in every situation. So if it is a hard time for anyone and the person has never faced such type of a hard time in their life, then that will make that person more refined, polished and mature, right? So that's why life is not a straight graph. Life is always up and downs. We always say life is having a ups and downs, right? And in every ups and downs we are facing different situations and we are learning. So like if I just give you a latest example, COVID pandemic, which has given us lots of learning, and the sessions which we used to do in the classroom, now we are connected like this and still trying to give our best, and trying to learn from each other, sharing the knowledge. Things are still going on. We have identified various ways. The situation has changed the style of doing it, right? But then still the work is going on. Okay, no one can stop us in performing, right? So what is something which is causing or making our personality or polishing our personality is situation. So three things: heredity, environment and situation actually make us or shape us as a different personalities. Very important thing is personality traits. Now, what is personality traits? Means the different characteristics of every individual. So, enduring characteristics that describe an individual's behavior, because everyone is having a different characteristics, and based on that, we all behave differently. Okay, and on the basis of that, we the people tell us that this person is very extrovert in nature, or this lady is introvert in nature. She's shy in nature. She don't talk much. She's not talkative. She's the person is very reserved. He always live in himself. He don't talk to us. So every we define the personality, the overall personality in one word. So that is actually we call it as a characteristic of a person. Okay. So I'm just showing you some 16 primary traits right now on the slide. So these are some primary traits which are there, and as I said, like reserve. So reserve is compared with outgoing. The person who is less intelligent is compared with more intelligent. We'll say, okay, this person is less intelligent. Okay, right? Who is very intelligent? Wow. But then maybe for me, this person who is very intelligent can be normal for someone who already know what this person is, right? So for him, maybe the different kind of a competition is there, but maybe for me it is a different, because my knowledge is in different field, but this person's knowledge is in the other field. Okay, so less intelligent, more intelligent, or reserved or outgoing, or all these traits which are listed over here is not having any standards, Okay, but still with our own perception, we define the people, or we put the people under these traits, under these characteristics, right? So I'm just quickly reading it out, like less intelligent, more intelligent, affected by feelings. Some people, they quickly get affected by feelings. Some people are emotionally stable, and that is actually coming in the action. So your emotions are coming in actions. First you generate some emotions, and then it come out as an action. So we say emotionally stable will handle the situation uh, peacefully, maybe understand it, absorb it, and then identify what I have to do. Submissive and dominant, serious or happy-go-lucky, or expedient or conscious, uh, timid or venturesome, tough-minded, or some people are very sensitive in nature. So somewhere it is all related, you know. It's not that, you know, you are trustworthy, but you are trusting others, or some people are very suspicious in nature. But that does not mean that suspicious cannot be happy-go-lucky, or suspicious cannot be serious, or cannot be reserved, or can be reserved. So there is a mix of traits in every personality. So these are some standards, or these are some, not standards, so these are some traits on which we actually judge people, or keep them in that these categories or these characteristics, right? So forthright or shrewd, or self-assured or apprehensive, conservative or experimenting, or group dependent or self-sufficient, uncontrolled or controlled, relaxed or tense. I request every one of you to just list out some characteristics. What do you feel where you fall out of all these 16? Where do you fall, you know, left side or the right side, or balanced? You know, it's not necessary that you are every time you have to be on the extreme side. You can be somewhere in the mid also, right? Sometimes in some situations you are shy, but in some situations you are vocal. Maybe with when your parents, so if you ask me, so if, whenever there was in my childhood, when the guest comes in, like, you know, my parents friends and all comes in, I was little shy in front of them. But whenever I am in front of my, whenever I am with my own friend circle, I was very vocal, I was very outgoing, you know. So that way, situation it varies. So we can say that you can be somewhere in the mid also. Like after knowing them, I used to become little comfortable with them. So you can just note down some for yourself. We will use those later in the later slide. But first of all, you think, as I'm saying, that we have to work on the self-awareness part. So let's see what do you feel? What type of characteristics you have? Okay. So just giving you some 2 minutes for doing that, and then we'll move on. Okay, so I can see done from all of you. So we will use this information later. So to start with, I would like to start with MBTI. How many of you have heard of MBTI? Personality type assessment. Okay, few of you have heard. Okay, no problem. So uh, that is, the full form is the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, and it is a self-report inventory designed to identify a person's personality type. Okay, MBTI is one of the very famous, personality type tests, and many people are only working in this. They have a career in this, they are expert in this, right? They have expertise. So they are psychologists, and they are also doing MBTI for the people, because that is helping many people to know about themselves, and then to grow in which direction. Because we until and unless I know about myself, like what is my strength, what is my weakness, where I should go, how do I grow in my life, how do I get success in my life. So that is strength, and what should be my preferences, I need to know. And from where I can know is MBTI. So MBTI is one of the very famous one, and it is having a questionnaire. Okay, so it's nothing but you have to solve the questionnaire, and it is developed by Isabel Myers and her mother, and Catherine Briggs. based on their work with Carl Jung's theory of personality types. And through this, we come to know, what kind of personality I am. And based on that, I can set my goals, etc. So we will know everything in detail in the later slides.